Are there too many video games to play? That's kind of the idea that I had for this video, or it's probably going to be the title for this video when I, put it all together and edit it and post it. But that's the kind of the question that I asked myself, and as of recently, I feel like that answer for me recently, it has been yes. I don't know about you, but I'm assuming whoever decides to watch this, I feel like your answer would be yes too. There are many games to experience, to enjoy, to play, and is that necessarily a bad thing? No, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. There are so many different types of games for different types of people to enjoy, and I think that's awesome. I think that's actually a really good thing. But I do feel like sometimes, for me at least, that like it can be hard to keep up with, all of the video games that are coming out. The most recent game that I've been playing is Doom: The Dark Ages, and that came out in that came out last month. I think that came out last month, but I didn't start playing it until like recently, and so I've been playing that game and I've been having a total blast with it. It's definitely a good game and I've been enjoying it, but I just feel like after I beat Doom: The Dark Ages, it's gonna be the thing of like, oh, I gotta move on to the next game, and then I gotta move on to the next game. Then I gotta move on to the next game. And for me personally, I don't necessarily mind that because I do love video games. That's why I'm making this YouTube channel to, express my thoughts and opinions and my love for, video games and, everything else that I love. And so for me, it can be kind of a struggle of maintaining or trying to play video games, and sometimes it's harder because for me at least, I work at a 9-to-5 job, and as of recently I've actually gone full-time at that job, and I've been basically working more, more hours, just working more in general, and so I feel like that leaves less time for me to, play video games and stuff like that. But that's kind of just like the circumstances I'm in right now, and so I do feel like I am able to play video games, but like there are so many video games coming out. I mean, even like, and I think in a couple of days, Death Stranding 2 is coming out, and I do want to end up playing that game as well, but I gotta beat the first Death Stranding. The first Death Stranding is like 50 hours long, so I'm gonna be playing through that game first before I play Death Stranding 2. And also, there are so many other games coming out this year. Freaking, if I can name them off the top of my dome, freaking Mafia: The Old Country, the new Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater remake, Little Nightmares 3, and just so many other video games that I want to enjoy. Oh yeah, Ghost of Yotei, that's another one that I want to enjoy and play. But I do feel like, it's so fascinating, because like when you're a child and growing up, you only have because obviously you don't have any money when you're a child, or when you're a child, and so that definitely it limits you to maybe like 1 or 2 games. And for me, it feels way more, I guess, special in a way, because those are the only games that you have, and so you kind of cherish that 1 or that 2 games that you have, and you play them to death, and you enjoy them and you love them. And I kind of miss that. I kind of miss that feeling of like being limited to only 1 or 2 games, because that's you have to make the most out of, you know, that 1 or 2 games. Like I remember specifically you know, getting, you know, Spider-Man 2018 and getting that game and just absolutely loving it, you know, falling in love with the game, you know, being a superhero fan and also being a, you know, video game fan, and those two things coming together and making a game like that, for me it was like a dream come true. And so when I finally got that one game that I wanted, it was like that was the only game that I ever needed or wanted, and I was satisfied. I didn't need any other game for me. I just needed that one game. And so I guess my whole point is that, like, as you get older and, you know, as you earn your own money, you start to be able to buy your own games, and you start to be able to experience a lot more games. And for me, I do enjoy that, because, you know, I get to play, you know, whatever games I want. I can choose whatever games I want to buy and what games, you know, I want to, you know, choose to experience. And I really do like that. I think it is like I don't want to say like a blessing, but like it is like a good thing that, or I guess it's, I don't know what the word I'm trying to use, but like it's like I should be I guess just grateful that I'm able to, you know, buy video games, that I have a job that allows me to go out and buy the video games that I want to play, of course. And so yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I love playing video games and everything like that, but I think another problem that comes up for me, and this has happened recently as well, is that, like, I feel like I don't finish games as, like, often as I do anymore. Like, I feel like I don't, like, when it comes to, like, more recent games, when I feel like nowadays when I buy a game, I play it for like a couple of hours, or I might beat it. It depends, I feel like, because I feel like I do still beat video games, but like I feel like nowadays, I feel like more often I buy a game and I play it, and then I stop playing it, and then I never go back to it, and then I never finish it. And that's something that I want to stop doing too. Like I feel like I get wrapped up into getting a game, playing it, not finishing it, and then moving on to the next game, and like just forgetting about the other game that I have. And that's something I want to stop doing too. I don't want to just buy games for the sake of buying games, because then you get to a point where you have like a backlog of video games that you got to get through. And so I do want to, like, you know, if I am gonna buy a game, I need to finish that game before I move on to any other game that I have. And that's something that I want to, you know, work on and do too. But yeah, I mean, I even remember, like, back then, like when I was even younger, and I remember, you know, playing Star Wars Battlefront and playing that game. That was like one game that I used to play. Like, I literally only used to play that one game when I was a kid. Like, I really enjoyed that game. And I know a lot of people, when they talk about the first Star Wars Battlefront, or the EA Star Wars Battlefront, or the first one, there are some people or there were many people who, you know, didn't enjoy that game as much as the original Star Wars Battlefront games, because, you know, it had less content, it didn't have a campaign or anything like that. But, you know, at that time when I was a kid, like, I didn't care about any of that. I just enjoyed that game because I was a kid at the time, and I loved Star Wars, and I enjoyed video games, and I had never really played a multiplayer game, and I, you know, really wanted to. And so those things kind of just, you know, intertwined, and I was able to play a game that was Star Wars, a multiplayer game. And, you know, to me, I thought that was the most incredible, like, thing in, like, the world. And so, yeah, man, just looking back, like, and having fond memories of, like spending time with one game or maybe two games, and having it be really special. And it's not even the fact that, like, I can't it can't be like that anymore, like as you get older, because I feel like yeah, for some people it can be harder to, I guess, have a game that's special for them because they've played so many games. They're playing all these games, and like it can be kind of like paralyzing sometimes because you have so many games to choose from and you have so many games to access, that it can be like, man, I have all these games but I don't feel like playing any of them. And sometimes I run into that situation as well, but like I feel like getting out of your comfort zone and trying new types of games is a good way to kind of rekindle your, I guess, passion for gaming. That's what I've been trying to do sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I love superhero games. I love, story-driven games. But, like, sometimes, I feel like to change it up, I'll play, like, a JRPG or, like, a RPG or a turn-based game. Because I never really played those as a kid. And so, I play games like that. I want to get into, like, the Dark Souls, I guess, games, or like I guess the term for it is like Souls-like games, and so like I do want to get more into that and just trying different games out. And yeah, man, I mean, like, so are there too many games to play? I would say yes and no. I feel like yes, there are thousands of games to play and to choose from, and yes, can that be paralyzing? Yes, I do. I do think it can be, but I feel like at the same time, I feel like it is a way to experience new types of games. Like, yes, there are a lot of games to play, but like it leaves the door open to many enjoyable experiences, and maybe even experiences that you thought you would have never liked, like maybe trying out new or different types of games that you thought you would have never enjoyed or liked, and loving them. And so yeah, man, you just gotta pick the games that you'll think you'll enjoy, and also try out new games, and also like just not playing video games as well. Like, sometimes it's good to just like do other things, do other things that interest you besides video games. It's good to have a balance between the two as well, I feel like. And yeah, man, that's gonna do it for this video. Leave down in the comment section below your like 1 or 2 video games that were special to you as a child, and also leave down in the comment section below, do you think there are too many video games to play today? And do you think it's kind of overwhelming? Do you think it's not? Do you think there are do you like the fact that there are so many games to experience and enjoy? Leave all that in the comment section down below. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, and I will see you guys on the next one. So yeah, bye.